Hello and welcome. My name is Stephanie, and this is part one of a three-part prenatal series. And I am the founder of Batty Bondis Wellness, and I'm super happy that you're here. Congratulations on your pregnancy, and congratulations on choosing to do something for yourself and not only your baby. There are so many benefits to prenatal yoga, including strength and conditioning, preparing yourself for labor and delivery. And that goes hand in hand as well with our breath work. Remember, guys, we are training here. We are training to deliver a baby. So that is one of the biggest things that you will ever do in your life. So whether this is your first time doing yoga, your first pregnancy, or you have been here before, just do what feels right in your body. So a few gentle reminders: truly listen to your body and what it's telling you. If at any point you have any dizziness or pain, then come out of there right away. If you have any medical concerns or this is a high-risk pregnancy, then I would certainly recommend consulting with your healthcare professional first. But yoga supports the breath, relaxation, and of course, more than anything, will help you connect with yourself and your baby. So without further ado, let's get started. We are going to be starting in a reclined supine position. So recline means I'm going to be using my blocks here. I actually just got my blocks at Dollarama, guys. Or you could just use some books or anything that you may have in your home. And if you don't have a bolster, you can also use a pillow. The biggest thing is we don't want to be lying directly on our backs while pregnant, specifically into the second and third trimester. So just get yourself settled in here. If you don't have any blocks or pillows, you can also lie on your side. And the reason that we don't lie on our backs for prolonged periods of time is that as the baby gets bigger, he or she will be pressing on your vena cava, which is a major vein that supplies your blood back to your heart. So it's imperative for you to avoid back lying. So we're just going to take a few moments here. A few nice deep breaths as we arrive. Let yourself land, because it's hard to show up, particularly in this busy, crazy, scary, sometimes stressful chapter of life. And we just need to give ourselves a few moments to do a quick little prenatal program. So we're going to take a big breath in through our nose and let it go out of the mouth. Perhaps you keep your hands down to your sides like I'm doing, or an invitation to bring your right hand over top of your belly with your baby and your left hand over your heart. And I invite you to just take a few more rounds of breath here, connecting with yourself, settling down, grounding into your mat, opening up the chest and shoulders. Perhaps you're far enough along that you can feel your baby squirming and wiggling around within you. Otherwise, just know that your baby will be receiving all of the benefits from this practice as well. Nice and gentle, friends. Here for a few moments. Whether you're on your back or on your side, remember that this is mostly where you want to be in your pregnancy, not lying on your back. Awesome. I'm already feeling more calm than when I started. So from here, whether you're reclined or you're on your side, we're going to gently push ourselves up into an easy seat. You can cross your legs or whatever is accessible if your belly's not in the way. Option to sit up on a block or on a pillow if it's more comfortable. The idea of sitting up on a block is that it helps lengthen your spine a little bit and perhaps will give you a little bit more room for your belly should you need it. So we'll bring our hands to our thighs. We're going to take a big inhale. And as we inhale, we're bringing our shoulders up into our ears. And as we exhale, bringing them back and down. Doing 2 more just like this. Inhale, shoulders up into the ears. Exhale, bring them back and down. Last one. Inhale, shoulders go up. Exhale, shoulders come down. So we'll move into a few rounds of cat and cow, seated just like this. So we're going to inhale, bring your chest forward, shine your heart forward like the proud mama that you are. And exhale, round the spine, nice and exaggerated. Feel your shoulder blades pushing out through your back. Inhale, back to cow. Chin and gaze can come up slightly. Exhale, cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Good. So now I'm going to move this block out. I'm going to place my right hand down. And as I inhale, my left hand comes up. And as I exhale, side bend over to the right. And we're really feeling that stretch along the left side body. Your gaze can be down at the mat. Perhaps it's up at the lifted arm. Here for a few rounds of breath. And on our next inhale, both arms come up, left hand down on the exhale. Nice inhale to lengthen. Exhale, side bend to the other side, this time stretching along the right side body. So as we are inhaling, as we are lengthening, I really want you to bring your awareness to your pelvic floor. So as we are lifting, you are also imagining you're lifting your pelvic floor, like staying strong, because we need a strong pelvic floor to deliver this baby. And if you have had children before, perhaps your pelvic floor is not as strong as it used to be. Inhale, both arms to the top. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, side bend once more. If you have not yet been to a pelvic floor physiotherapist, I would highly, highly recommend that. And if it's not anything that you've ever heard of, you're welcome. Something important to talk to your friends about. Inhale to center. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, side bend. Last one here. Really creating space and opening in the right side chest. Creating space for your belly should you need to. Opening up space for your baby. Awesome, guys. So from here, I'm going to move into tabletop, all fours. I'm going to spread my knees out wide, put my toes together, and push back into child's pose. So this is a pose where the props can also really come in handy. So if you'd like to use a block or a pillow or a book, you can put it underneath your forehead if that feels best. If you would like to use your bolster, if your belly is not in the way too much, of course, I wouldn't recommend pushing or putting all of your weight down on the bolster, but it is a really great support should you need it. But otherwise, we've got our foreheads down on the mat. Knees are spread, so we've got our belly in between the legs. And it's really just a matter of honing inward and remembering that you have everything that you need to take care of yourself and this baby already. From here, we're going to come back up to tabletop. And we're going to prepare for low lunge. So I'm going to step forward with my right foot. And I'm going to come all the way up onto my front right leg. And I'm going to push my hips forward. So I'm really feeling an awesome stretch in that left hip flexor. Again, as we inhale, lifting through that pelvic floor, core is strong. And if it's comfortable, if you're able, we'll go back into a half lunge, or rather a half split. So you're just going to straighten out that front right leg. And we're just stretching out our hips. We're doing some strengthening and conditioning, friends, because this is what our bodies need as we prepare for the wild journey that is pregnancy and labor and delivery. Perhaps you keep your hands down on your knees. Perhaps you bring your hands up overhead. And if your knee that is down on the mat, if you're finding that that's painful, you can put a blanket, a pillow down, or you could also fold your mat over. I find that helps a little bit on the knees. So we're going to switch sides. This time I'm bringing my right foot forward. And I'm just coming into a nice low lunge. I've got my back knee down. Of course, if you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, you can tuck the back toe and come up. A little bit more balance, a little bit more strength and coordination. But my hope is that you guys are going to return and cycle through these practices throughout your pregnancy. And each one has its own theme. Each one has its own time and place. And each one is equally as important throughout the pregnancy. Core is strong. I'm really pushing through that right hip, feeling the stretch in my right hip flexor. I'm strong and lifted through my pelvic floor. Never losing sight of my breath. Awesome. Come back from there. So we are back in tabletop. Option here to come and take one downward dog. It is completely optional. In order to do that, we're going to tuck the toes and push ourselves back. This may not be comfortable for you. And again, that's just totally optional. Otherwise, you are here in tabletop. And we are going to come forward onto our bottoms again, onto our seats. And we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. So option to do this from standing. But for today, we're just keeping it light. We're keeping it nice and fast. And like I said, it's something that you can return to, friends. So the blocks are awesome here. Of course, your belly may or may not be in the way. It's just a way to release, to let go. So we're going to lengthen as we inhale. Spine is long. And as you exhale, we're dropping down into a wide-legged forward fold. A little lower back release. A good stretch for the hips. And I encourage you to stay as active as you possibly can throughout your pregnancy. I know that is always so much easier said than done. Particularly if you have complications. But just take it one day at a time and remind yourself that you can do this. You have absolutely all of the tools that you need to be the best mom to your baby. showing up to do a yoga practice already shows what a great mom you are. So whether your hands are on your legs or your feet, or maybe you have them reaching out forward, I know I can certainly feel this in my hips, and it's totally to your comfort level. Letting the head hang heavy. Breathing nice and deeply. And on your next inhale, we're going to roll up ever so slowly. And I'm going to come down into a final side lying position for my Shavasana. Again, try to avoid lying on your back as much as you can. Hand on your belly. Staying connected with your breath. And you can stay here as long as you like. Feeling nice and heavy coming down into your mat. And just notice how you feel now compared to when you first started. Just a few gentle movements, friends. And if you love this video and the 3-part series is not nearly enough, then let me know. I'd love to do a little bit more. So when you're ready, very gently push yourself back out of there. And thank you so much for sharing part 1 of our prenatal series. I look forward to seeing you on the mat. And again, congratulations on your pregnancy. We'll see you soon. Namaste.